The proverbial sigh, although this time I think it's more fitting than the last. Today is somewhat of a part 2 to last month's OnlyUseMeBlade's hopeless drunk video. I honestly didn't think we would be here this soon after his declaration of sobriety, but here we are.
Almost a year to the day, I traveled to New York with Keem. We basically cut the alcohol in, got healthy, started working out with me and my boy Overflow. I lost a bunch of weight. I felt healthy. I felt great. I started drinking again after like 5 to 6 months of sobriety. I didn't have withdrawals. You just did it, you know? You end up feeling healthier, staying hydrated, eating healthier, cutting the bullshit food out of your life.
Hey, get the f*** out of there! Hey!
A few more figure it outs and your pores away from a serious leg amputation. Blade has recently been the subject of a few top posts on r/livestream fail with his very questionable drunk behavior. It is worthy to note that all of the terrible clips of Blade are from a very inebriated state.
I ain't no fact. No one's ever accused me of that, because you know what? Because I'm batting 1,000, bro. I'm batting 1,000, bro. Oh my God. It felt so good to spin there. I'm so comfortable living here that I can spin here. Ah! That was a good shot, dude.
Further indication that he really does need help and he absolutely does need to quit the booze.
Let's get some N-word in the shit. Yeah!
Let's just say that he frequently makes very poor decisions when intoxicated. Some of you might say that's his true character and therefore he is a bad person, but I personally would like to think that people can change.
Alright, I saved him. You gotta give me credit for that.
I have a drinking problem. When I drink in excess.
Welcome back to another look at the crazy world of IRL live streaming. As some of you might be aware, I made a video a little over a month ago about a particular live streamer known as OnlyUseMeBlade, a former Call of Duty OG YouTuber gone IRL live streamer caught up in the mess that was the CX network.
We are about to some sluts, drink some Jaeger, and we're about to go get Black Ops. Let's do this. Jaeger bombs for the occasion. There you go. Yes, sir. Oh, it's good for the soul. It's good for the soul.
While still dealing with the fallout of viewers after the disbanding of Ice Poseidons' edgy network, OnlyUseMeBlade currently has some very serious and very pressing matters at hand. As I showcased in my first video, he is a well-known alcoholic. He claims to have control over this addiction, but as anyone mildly experienced with the disease knows, that is an unfortunate fallacy. He has at times shown the desire to stop. Very recently, he was exploited once again by Ice Poseidon and his old friend Keemstar in a scuffed quote-unquote intervention.
I have a drinking problem. When I drink in excess.
I'm your host, Killer Keemstar.
Hi, I love you.
Or when you're drunk. That's really bad.
That's progress. That's a little progress right there. It's not just... You guys are trying to kill me!
Where they encouraged him to take a heroic dose of psilocybin.
Anyway, so I'm listening to these guys. They're saying, hey, would you be willing to take mushrooms? And I immediately was like, yes, mushrooms are fun.
All efforts, however, proved to be futile, and the situation has now evolved into a real medical crisis for Blade. I do not make this video lightly, as I think there is a serious need for a real intervention to take place. Blade is a diabetic alcoholic who, according to Ice Poseidon 2, will be suffering from an amputation in the very near future if his course is not altered. The situation is incredibly unfortunate in its own right, but add insult to injury in the fact that this entire thing has been well documented for a year plus now and is still, at this point, completely completely preventable. It doesn't stop there though, as it seems that anyone in his life is unable or unwilling to put the necessary effort into getting him the help he needs. Instead, they choose to troll him in his inebriated state. For the record, I'm not white knighting Blade. It is no doubt funny, and his responses show how out of it he really is.
Dude. Oh, hold on. Are you okay?
I'm sitting here, dude.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sitting here, dude. Again.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm done, dude. Fuck you, 5.
Okay. Yeah. You sure?
Yeah.
You don't have 5 on it? You sure?
No.
Anyone willing to get that drunk and pass out can and will be trolled, especially in a live streaming environment. The issue that I take up here is that Blade's every other night blackout drunk trolling is only entertaining for so long before it becomes sad and straight up abusive.
How you doing? Good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I hit a couple. I didn't hit all of them.
Yeah.
This is definitely not easy.
I'm sorry. I can't really hit that. I'm sorry, but isn't that a good feeling?
Blade has a problem.
I have a drinking problem. When I drink in excess.
A real medical problem at this point, and no one seems to do anything but exploit it for content. The memes, however funny they are, will become a reality if there are not serious efforts made to help Blade get out of habitual drinking. What can anyone do? The streams are funny, Casey's trolls and Blade's predictable responses do get more funny the more they happen. It is strange, but I can't help think how sad this will all be in the event that Blade does have some serious medical repercussions as a result, and how it will make those who openly claim they care about Blade feel.
Blade, I've known you forever. You're my homie. I fucking love you.
I am not trying to guilt those in his life to go above and beyond to help him, because at the end of the day, that is his own responsibility. Back when I published my first video on Blade's alcoholism, I did think to myself that maybe I was jumping the gun, or I wasn't supporting Blade's attempts to get sober. That maybe he had it under control and was in the process of figuring it out. At the time, I hoped for his sobriety, and me calling him a hopeless drunk did seem a little harsh and potentially undeserved. However, as time now has passed, I've been proven right. Unfortunately, given his recent live streamed behavior. It's not about the content or my previous video coming true. It is now quite literally about Blade's leg, his armpit, and underlying health conditions, as well as that being on everyone around him's head. If you're watching Blade, please seek help. IP2 has been documenting the progression of your serious health concerns, and you are clearly unable to help yourself. Those around you have more self-serving motives than helpful motives, and you just need to quit the booze. Off stream. There's a lot of evidence showing Blade is unable to stop drinking on his own, along with tons of self-reports from him that he wants to and he feels that he can stop, that he enjoys being healthy and wants to live a long and fulfilled life. I just think that idea is in serious jeopardy of crashing down around him. Although Paul's career is once again in the dumpster and he seems to be on the verge of a nervous breakdown,
What the f***?
Hopefully, as I said during the last stream, we can just snap our fingers like Thanos and go to an alternate reality and start all over. But, alright guys, see you later.
let's not allow the same fate to happen to Blade. The reverse CX effect is alive and well in some former CX members, while the fate of many others is still undetermined. Ice continues his dodgy stream schedule while he tries to rebrand himself as a Twitch terms of service friendly streamer. All signs point towards a reduction in edgy content, desktop streams, and everything in his life being geared towards a Twitch ban appeal. I will be sure to keep you guys up to date as more develops within the world of Ice Poseidon, as well as any other noteworthy events that happen in live streaming.
And check out Ice Poseidon 2 on Reddit.
You're so awful. It's not funny. Like, I hate it, dude.
I've thought about reviewing his latest sympathy stream with Adrian, but instead decided to cover Blade's recent public regression as a part 2 to my first video. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see my thoughts on Paul's latest transparency efforts, aka a sympathy stream. And as always, stay frosty, folks. I will see you all in a few days.